Bai Lang Ning got a good draw with Kyren Wilson first up, but then was beaten by Mark Allen. And of course Ford also lost to Allen, has just drawn with Wilson. Bai Lang Ning's done so well to, of course, get to the last 8. He's not even on the tour. Playing under amateur status, has come through the first 2 group stages, and I'm sure we'll see plenty more of him in the future. He's only 19. He's got quite a fearless style of playing, although he does seem to get quite down on himself when things go wrong. And Ford seems constantly surprised he's still here. He was surprised he won his first group. He was surprised he won last night's group that included Judd Trump. He's not going to win this group, but let's see if he can go out on a high here in his home city. He's opening the balls up straight away. I'm sure he wants this to be a free-flowing match. And Bai Lang Ning, as we've seen already today, is not frightened of taking them on. And there's evidence there.
1.
This Brown a bigger shot though, because playing the red is a shot to nothing. He's getting some safety out of it, but the Brown's got to go in. And if it does, then he might be away here in frame 1. Be good to see an open match here. Obviously they can't win the group, but let's hope they put on a show. Still got half a chance. Not to be. Well, I did say it felt a bigger shot, that Brown. Obviously playing down for the Reds, not to be.
Yeah, I think the good thing about this group, and even though it's sort of a dead rubber, but they're still playing for that bit of prize money, aren't they, Dave? And of course, every pound earned is an extra point towards your ranking, and certainly it will help. Bai Lang Ning, of course, who's not on the tour, but he's certainly a wild card at top up, and if he can get into the top 8, I think on the 1 year he'll be guaranteed a. Is that a 1 year card or a 2 year card?
Oh, you're getting into some complex stuff now. Yeah, I believe it's 2 years. If you can get into that top 8, he gets the 2 year card. Yeah, it's 4,000 for second, 2,000 for third. So there's a little bit of a difference. Tom Ford, 22nd in the world, so. You know, he's in that list of players just outside the top 16. Every pound's going to count. My prediction here, Ken, is we're not going to see that much safety.
No, I think that's a safe one. I must say I've been very impressed with Bai Lang Ning. His queuing, some of the long pots has been particularly good. And I think his composure as well, Dave. I know he's only a young man, but his composure against Kyren Wilson in that first match today, and the way he's played throughout this championship, I think has been very commendable. I think we're going to see quite a bit of him over the next few years for sure. I know I see him most days up in the academy at Ding Junhui's in Sheffield. He's an avid practicer, as indeed most of the Chinese boys are.
Yeah, it can only do him good playing in an event like this, and of course doing so well in it will go away with some real positives to take from his Championship League experience.
40.
Yeah, and of course playing, you know, he's playing on the TV, he's playing in front of the bright lights, he's playing against top class opposition. He'll certainly stand to him, no doubt about that.
Even just sat in the players' room with the likes of Wilson and Allen and Gilbert,
50.
Carter, Ryan Day, you know, big tournament winners. And he's there by right. He's won his 2 groups. Plus he had the fish and chips, which is which was lovely, as all the food has been.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, even the mushy peas as well. I don't know.
22.
I didn't know whether he had the mushy peas or not, but certainly we did, David. They were lovely.
Oh, we did, definitely. Well, Tom Ford, when he opens his shoulders and goes for it, you know, we know he can be devastating. We've seen that, and I think that's going to be the strategy here.
30.
Yeah, I must say he's got a nice style about him, Tom Ford, hasn't
31.
he? And I don't mean his hairstyle, but he does cue the ball lovely. He makes some big breaks. And when he plays like this, difficult one coming up here. But cues it. And that's a typical
39.
Tom Ford shot. You know, there's not a lot of power. It's just stroked in. Nice angle on the black to go into the 3 reds directly above it. Didn't on this occasion, but it's just, he cues the ball lovely.
46.
I think if he had a bit more sort of confidence about himself, or
47.
a bit more belief, I think he could, you know, there's no reason why he couldn't go on and win a tournament. Every now and again, though, he just throws in one
Tom
like
Ford,
that, doesn't he?
47.
Yeah, there's no doubt about his ability. You know, he's had 5 maximums in competition. At times, you're right, he does get down on himself, and of course, certainly in the longer frame matches, that can really mount up. If you're negative for sort of 3 or 4 frames at a time, you look up at the scoreboard, you're in deep trouble. Something I know he has tried to work on. Not punished, and this is the thing, isn't it? I guess, you know, you've got to try and keep yourself composed, because you never know. Okay, you've missed, but you never know when you'll be back. You might be immediately back, as he is here.
This is what happens, isn't it? When it's sort of it becomes almost like a, you know, they're just playing for a bit of pride and a bit of prize money here, but they both know they can't get to the final, and the sharpness goes out of the game slightly.
It can go one of 2 ways. Either you pot everything because it
Yeah.
doesn't matter, or you're not focused enough to pot anything.
I think he's left the one that's closest to the centre pocket. Good pot played for the brown. I think he's going to be on it.
1.
And it's maybe the end of the first frame for Bai Langning.
Five. 6.
And even though he's not on the tour, you know, fully, he's just a top up. I'm sure he's going to get in most events, isn't he, Dave?
Well, I hope so, because, you know, he was unlucky last year. He was in China during the pandemic, so didn't get a chance to play in
9.
any of the tournaments apart from the World Championship, which he came over for. So obviously, yeah, points from one event, hence he dropped off.
10.
Tom did make me laugh though yesterday. He was saying that, he said it's a bit awkward this being in Leicester because, you know, he's used to
15.
going to hotels and being in sort of tournament mode that way. But all last
60.
year players were saying, you know, how they didn't want to be in Milton Keynes and wouldn't it be great to be in your own bed? But that's snooker players, Ken.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Never happy.
23.
Well, he'll be happy enough to win that frame. He can still, of course, get
23.
second place
First
potentially
frame.
in this group.
Tom Ford.
And he's made a good start, a pretty swift opening to proceedings here. Tom Ford leads Bai Langning 1-0. Well, if you are just joining us,
Second
Mark
frame.
Allen has won this
Bai
group. Of
Langning
course,
to break.
there will be a final for him to compete in later. He's got to play Kyren Wilson first, and then he'll play the winner of Group 2 in the final to decide our winner of the Championship League here this evening. But here, Tom Ford leads Bai Langning 1-0. They're playing for places. Table 2, big match here between Dave Gilbert and Ali Carter. Just getting underway, as you can see there. Gilbert 28 in front.
35.
Now, Dave Gilbert so far has 3 points, Ali Carter 4. So that's a really big match there with Ryan Day and Chow Yupeng to come. But if Ali Carter won that match, of course, he'd go to 7 points. So he would be the winner. So Gilbert in, hoping to shake things up there. And that's live on Matchroom Live, of course.
Foul. Tom Ford 4.
Tom Ford just came around to have a quick look to see does the black go on the right corner pocket. obviously blocked by that red that's close to the right corner pocket, so that's why he's going to try and take this red. Play a lot of left-hand side. He's left the red now, see. Can Bai Lang Ning negotiate the path to get onto the black here? Yes, he can.
One.
And he's done it very nicely indeed. And I'm sure the red below the black spot, the red that's close to the black, I'm sure that pots into the bottom right corner pocket. It certainly does, because that's the one he's played for. Now, good chance to accumulate a good few
8.
points here. Lots of open reds. This will clear the black into both corner pockets.
Nine.
Important to have a good base. Of course, he plays at the Ding Junhui Academy in Sheffield. I know you spent a lot of time there, Ken. It's a good facility, yeah?
Yeah, it's a great facility. 18 star tables. Lots of professionals up there, so plenty of sort of practice partners.
$16.
I don't want to preempt anything, but it's 2 reds, 2 blacks, Dave.
7.
Well, it sounds like you might be preempting something. Well, that'd be something, wouldn't it? I mean, it's early days, but I just hope he puts in a good performance here and as I say, takes the positives from what's been a great tournament for him.
Oh, he's missed the cannon. That's a poor shot. He's missed the cannon on the red. Tried to hit the middle red
24.
of the tree there to leave the red directly above the black into this bottom left corner pocket. So he's on nothing, just a safety shot.
Bai Lang Ning, 24.
I guess the good thing about the academies is it's all work, isn't it? You know, the sort of snooker clubs of old, you know, great characters in a lot of them, but, you know, there'll be fruit machines going off and all sorts, beer on the carpet, that sort of thing. A lot of people very fond of those days, but for a young player coming through, I guess, you know, you want the best facilities you can get to play on, and also, of course, practice against other top players as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And really top conditions, you know, all star tables, as I said, and all the tables that we play on throughout the season. This red is going close to the corner pocket, but it's not going to go in. It's going to be a nice handy opener. Yeah, and there's a few players up there. Wan Shizhan, of course, Ding Junhui, Tian Pengfei, Zhao Guodong, Pang Jiangzhu. There's quite a lot up there. Nopon Sangnam, who was in the previous round, almost got through. So there's quite a lot to play against up there. And he will certainly benefit from that, playing those guys every day. That will certainly sharpen you up.
Tom Ford.
Well, Tom Ford clearly not as focused as maybe he would be if this was absolutely a vital match. He's capable of winning quickly, going for everything, of course, but it didn't finish that great on the brown, actually.
Let's come down and have a quick look. See, there's the pink pot.
5.
I think it does, you know. So he'll try and get on the pink. And he's on it
6.
nicely. And I think the pink won't go on its own spot. Doesn't look like it from here. So it'll go on the black spot. And he'd be pretty happy with that.
$12. 13. 19. 20.
I may need to play a little cannon into one or two of these reds here just to hold the cue ball. Doesn't have to. I mean, he's got a couple of loose reds, but it wouldn't be a bad time to go into the reds here. Yeah, just a little cannon. It's held for a red into right centre or left centre.
26. 27.
'He's taking these nicely.
33.
He's got a good steady cue action. He's very solid on the shot.
34.
Keeps his head nice and still. And there are all the components of a very consistent delivery of the cue.
So this red, and it's looking like one each. He left a red over the pocket. Tom Ford potted it, but didn't leave himself the easiest brown, and he didn't get close to potting it.
41. 48. 49.
Well, there's absolutely no chance of Tom Ford coming back to the table if he misses this pink.
Bylining 49.
And indeed, he stays where he is. So he made the most of the chance when it came along, and this match guaranteed now to have 2 more frames because we're level at 1 each. Welcome back. We've got 2 more frames between Tom Ford and Bai Lang Ning. Then we've got Kyren Wilson against Mark Allen, and after that we'll have Mark Allen in the final
3rd frame
against the winner of Group 2
Tom Ford to break
to decide who takes home the lovely Championship League trophy. Kyren Wilson's hopes of a hat-trick have been dashed, of course, with that 2-2 draw with Ford.
Sure, Tom Ford maybe trying to play on the black here. Yeah, nice shot.
1.
It's not too bad. Pretty good shot that. Sort of used the red above the black spot to go into the
8.
try and split the pack. Always knowing full well he was going to be on this red. Having a little joke with
9.
the referee Brendan Moore. It's not bad.
16. 17.
We have spoke about his capabilities as a break builder, and those 5 maximums. I mean, I may see some of the shots that he does possess, particularly in around the black spot. A little bit short of pace though, unfortunately for Tom there.
24. 25.
Normally he wouldn't be going for this black here, but you can see what's on his mind. If this goes in, great shot. Wonderful shot. How's your look? It's not too bad. He has a red on into the left centre. And he'll come back down for the black
32.
again. So this will be
50.
5 reds, 5 blacks. A little bit straight on this black though.
$40.
Oh, unlucky. Would have been on the black, would
Tom
he?
Ford.
Yeah,
40.
he would have been on the black as well.
Dave Gilbert 1-0 over Ali Carter in a big match on table 2. Gilbert, well, he needs to win that because Ali Carter is a point ahead of him in the table. Aye, aye.
1.
He's thinking, why didn't I get that luck earlier on?
Well, that was a good shot in the black.
8.
Not easy into a blind pocket. He's certainly in a hurry, Tom. He's not messing around here.
9. 16.
No, I mean his average shot time actually is 13 seconds for this match, so ooh, he's missed that one. It's sort of point and fire stuff, isn't it? And a lot of them are going in, but not all of them.
One.
Yeah, he's a little bit loose with that opening positional shot. Going to play into the 3 reds just above the black here. Yeah, amazing.
By landing 1.
The fact that he was just a little bit further away from the black than he would have liked just made it a little bit more difficult. Should cost them the frame.
One.
I think he may need a spider. I'm not quite sure where he can get at this with the rest, can he? Oh, he's got to be very careful, just about. Brandon Moore, as you can see, having a good look over at Tom's shoulder. And it's not the follow through, it's the take back. Yeah, he's going to need the spider.
Yeah.
So a couple more balls should do it in this frame.
8. Nine.
If he wins the match, he goes to 4 points. So he could finish second yet. Depends what Kyren Wilson does against Mark Allen.
16.
Second place 4,000, third place 2, and fourth place 1,000. So you know there is a difference between them.
22.
Trying to get his average shot time down to 12 seconds.
23.
I know he only lives 6 miles away. It's almost like
29.
the missus has the dinner in the oven
30.
and he's on a time schedule. It'll be ready by 7:30, Dave.
35.
He might be early.
36. 41.
I'll tell you what, the
42.
referee has his work cut out as well here, isn't he?
45.
There's the thing about Ronnie O'Sullivan's record maximum in 1997, just over
47.
5 minutes. Len Ganley was the referee there. If you watch him, he was superb the way he patrolled that. You know, he helped in his own way, getting the balls back on their
50.
spots, the black back on.
He was a great referee, Len Ganley, wasn't he? Oh.
Well,
Highlining
in the blink
4.
of an eye, really,
Tom Ford,
Tom
50.
Ford makes the most of that chance with a solid 50. Of course, they're playing for places, but Tom Ford still can finish second. He leads 2-1. Chow Yu Peng also on 3. He
74.
plays Ryan Day in the last match. So if Carter doesn't win this match, it does go to that last one with Chow Yu Peng, but Gilbert's playing himself into position. Of course, table 1, it's all wrapped up already. Mark Allen's won the group.
75.
And the rest are playing for places, and Tom Ford leads by Langding 2-1 as the last frame gets underway, and then it'll be Allen v Wilson. The final follows on table 1 later tonight. A 3-0 win for Gilbert, and he will be the group winner.
One.
Frame difference, so frame 3 massive for him coming up.
Tom Ford 1. Foul, and a miss. Tom Ford 4. Tom, thank you.
Well, he's trying to go off 2 cushions, just clip the pack on the left-hand side here.
Foul, and a miss.
Well, while he has another look at this, Dave Gilbert, he's
Tom
looking
Ford.
good for a century. So as I say, if he wins 3-0, he'll have won that group. And he's playing terrific stuff. Remember, Gilbert looking for his first ranking title. There's the century. They call him the Angry Farmer, and maybe he'll be a bit happier in a few hours' time. We'll find out. I think he deserves a title, Dave. You know, he's been at it a long time. He's come close a few times. Maybe tonight's the night.
Foul, and a miss.
Cheers.
Tom
Start
Ford.
the season outside the top
Free ball.
16. If he could win this event, then what a boost that'd be straight off the bat, first tournament. Now free ball, meanwhile, on table 1.
Bramble.
I think it's fair to say Thorburn Charlton, this is not. This is a very open match, and you can understand it, obviously, the scenario they find themselves in.
One.
Yeah, nice opening red. Perfect on the black. Yeah, I'll try and get top side of the brown or blue here.
8.
Gilbert's break ended at 139, a total clearance, so he's playing some good stuff there.
Eleven. Twelve. $19. Tom Ford 19. One.
That's very, very good. Really is.
Well, how well did he cue this? Have a look at this. Not far off the cushion. Beautiful pace, and that little banging you heard, that was Tom Ford's cue off the ground, and a appreciation of a wonderful opening pot from by Lang Ning.
8. Nine.
Purposely stayed high on the black here, so you play this a lot of top spin and left hand side. Try and arc that cue ball into the pack. We've got to play this with a lot of pace. It's okay. Bottom red goes.
16. $17.
And once more, purposely leaving a nice angle on the black. Into the pack again. Lots of deep screw. Surprised he didn't play that with a little bit more sort of venom and force.
24.
A safety shot. He was forced into it. He was desperate to find a pot, wasn't he? He was looking everywhere for something, but there was nothing on.
Tom was going to have a go at this red. Let's see, he was eyeing it up, but anyway, that's for sure. Oh,
1.
what a little beauty that was. Great shot. He played it in such a way, I mean, look where the cue ball is. The only red he could have left was the red he took on, so it
Blue ball.
was quite clever. Oh, he's got away with that one.
Tom Ford 1.
Well, we know for sure he's going to take this on.
Well, this is the chance Bai Langning has been waiting for. You just have to be patient. It's a bit of an awkward one, this, because you know his opponent is having a go at everything. It's a little bit off-putting. It's not what you normally expect from your opponent, but so you just have to keep your concentration, and that's the hard part. You know you're going to get chances. Just trying to keep your focus and your concentration, that when you do get one, you've got to take it.
So Tom Ford in for the win. He may get in the evening second.
Seb. 8.
The action, of course, continues tonight. It's my last match. I just want to thank a few people. Firstly, the staff of the Morningside Arena have been superb. Dave and his team really looked after us well. Everyone at Loop Productions who are bringing you these pictures. The players as well who put themselves forward for commentary. You know, it's not easy. A lot of them doing it for the first time. They've all been really interesting. And of course, everyone at Matchroom Multisport, the organisers, who have put on a great event. I think their hospitality is much appreciated by everybody.
Yeah, completely agree with all your comments, Dave. And particularly for the players as well, who's had a go at the commentary, and from the feedback, you know, they've really enjoyed it, you know, and it's been great to listen to different voices as well.
20.
So well done to all those lads.
Well, we know Mark Allen will be in the final. We're waiting to see who's going to come through table 2. It should be a great conclusion.
27.
Allen's going to play Kyren Wilson next. We're all building up to what we've been waiting for 21 days, which is, of course, the grand final of the Championship League.
Yeah, I think it's been fantastic. It's been a great format, a great addition to the tour. You know, you're guaranteed 3 matches and prize money for every
35.
match in every part of the group. So I think that's important.
36.
But the format as well, you know, the 4 frames, I think it's been a great innovation. And I think the players have really embraced it as well, haven't they, Dave?
Definitely. I think it's an ideal first tournament for the season. You know,
43.
you come in, whoever you are, you're guaranteed 3 matches. And those
44.
who do well can end up here on the final day challenging for the title.
Yeah, and of course a lot at stake for whoever goes on to win the
46.
title as well. Guaranteed to be in the champion of champions.
Well, that's it. It was
Tom
a quick
Ford,
affair. I think we
46
expected it to be.
Thank you.
And Tom Ford,
Tom
as I
Ford.
say, could yet finish second. He wins the penultimate match of the group phase here. He beats Bai Langning 3-1.